talk about the MVP race for the 2020 NFL season. So we're halfway through the NFL season, and as of right now, Russell Wilson, to me, is the NFL MVP. He gets my first place vote. I'm going to go over my top 5 MVP candidates, then I'll give my reasoning as to why I have Russell Wilson as the number 1 candidate. Number 1 is Russell Wilson right now. He's playing amazing. We'll get to him in a minute, like I said. Up next for me at number 2. Number 2 in my MVP race is Aaron Rodgers. 24 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a 117 pass rating. His team is 6-2. He's playing some great football. He's been putting up good numbers, even though Devontae Adams has missed a couple of games, even though Allen Lazard has missed a couple of games. Aaron Rodgers, he's been out the charts. Patrick Mahomes, he's up next for me. 21 touchdowns, 1 interception, a 115 pass rating, a 7-1 record. Patrick Mahomes, he's not slowing down one bit. Kyler Murray for me is at number 4 on my MVP race list, okay? He's got 20 total touchdowns on the year, only thrown 7 interceptions. His team has a 5-2 record. A lot of people did not expect Arizona to be a playoff team this year. I was one of the people that did pick Arizona to be a playoff team, but Kyler Murray's defying the odds. He's playing great. And Kyler Murray has an outside shot to rush for 1,000 yards this year and to throw for 4,000 yards this year. He'll most likely get to 4,000 passing yards. He's on pace to just be short of 1,000 yards. But if Kyler Murray can rush for like 900 yards and throw for 4,000 passing yards and get 30 passing touchdowns, that's amazing in itself. But Kyler Murray, you know, he's at number 4 for me. Tom Brady. He's changed the culture in Tampa Bay. The team is 6-2 through 8 games. He's got 20 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, a 103 pass rating. Tom Brady's been great. But the reason why Russell Wilson stands ahead of the pack is for a couple reasons, okay? For a couple reasons. Number 1, he has the Seattle Seahawks as the number 1 seed in the NFC halfway through the season. You look at what Russell Wilson is doing. 71% completion percentage, 2,151 yards, 26 touchdown passes, 6 interceptions, and a 20.8 pass rating. Russell Wilson is on pace to throw for over 50 touchdown passes in a season. He's on pace to do that. He'd be one of 4 players in history to accomplish that feat if he gets to 50 touchdown passes this season. That's phenomenal. That would be truly phenomenal, okay? And also Russell Wilson, he's running the football effectively on the ground as well. 260 yards on the year running the football. Russell Wilson's ability to extend plays with his legs definitely really aids the Seattle Seahawks in that regard. You know, the offensive line has not been great this year. In fact, heading into the season, the Seattle Seahawks had the 28th ranked offensive line according to Pro Football Focus. Now, their offensive line is better than number 28 in my opinion, based on what I've seen this year, but it's not a great offensive line. Not to mention, the Seattle Seahawks have the worst total defense in the entire NFL. Worse than the Jets, worse than the Jaguars, worse than any team in the NFL right now as we speak today at the time of this segment. The Seattle Seahawks have the worst defense in football as far as total defense, and Russell Wilson has them as the number 1 seed in the NFC. And also, the Seattle Seahawks are 4-1 in one-possession games. Every time Russell Wilson has the ball in a one-possession game, more times than not, he's going to come through for you. He came through versus Dallas. He came through versus New England. He came through versus Minnesota. And even in the loss they took to the Arizona Cardinals on the road, that game went to overtime, and he still had 400 total yards and 3 touchdowns. So even in a loss, Russell Wilson balled out. So in reality, Aaron Rodgers in any other season would probably be the leading candidate to win the 2020 NFL MVP. Same thing with Patrick Mahomes. But in reality, despite Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, and Tom Brady all playing at a high level, I believe Russell Wilson, halfway through the season, should get your vote for the 2020 NFL MVP. Not saying Russell Wilson is going to win the NFL MVP because you got Mahomes, you got Aaron Rodgers right on his heels. But in reality, as we speak today, Russell Wilson is the 2020 NFL MVP. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juiciest Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juiciest Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.